So you said Bollywood movies. Which Bollywood movie have you seen recently?
Is it MMM? I think that's the last one I saw. Is it MMM?
MMM. Okay, I don't know. Probably yes, there is one movie.
It's like three letters. I think it's MMM, and it's about maybe this doesn't help, but it's about there's two guys that meet and they become really close friends, and one guy works for like the resistance and one guy works for like the British Empire. This is like
Hmm.
takes place in the 1800s, I
Wait, is
think.
it RRR? I guess it's RRR. Right.
I knew it was
I
two
was.
letters.
Hello everyone. Today I'll be having a conversation with a lovely tutor from the USA on the app Cambly. Cambly is an app where you can practice your English with tutors from all over the world, from countries like the USA, the UK, Canada, and many more. Personally, Cambly helped me to improve my confidence a lot, and I'm sure that it will benefit you as well. If you want to join Cambly, then the link is given in the description box below. You can also use the code 29lively to get a 15-minute trial class worth Rs 99 for Rs 29 only. So without any delay, let's begin with the conversation. Hi,
Hi, Adrija. Long time no see. How are you?
I'm great. And how have you been?
I've been great, thank you. I'm so sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. I don't. Did I say it right?
It's Adrija.
Adrija. Okay, I won't forget
Right.
this time.
So
Great.
tell
Yeah, it's
me,
been. Hmm?
yeah.
No, please.
Well, has anything changed like from the previous chat?
Yeah, the weather's changed a lot. Does that count?
Yeah, I guess of course. Well, is it I don't know, what is the weather like there? Is it too hot or not so much?
Well, you probably remember, but I live in Michigan, and the weather here is just very unpredictable. It changes almost every day. This morning, it decided to thunderstorm. So it's very humid right now, and it was supposed to be sunny for the rest of the day. And if I look outside, it looks like it's about to storm again soon. So I don't know. And I've lived here my whole life.
Yeah, and tell me, you said you learned Chinese, right?
That's right. Good
So
memory.
how is it
I'm sorry.
how is it going on? Means how is the learning going on?
Oh, it's
Or you
great.
already know Chinese. Like,
Yeah, my Chinese probably isn't as good as your English is. I need to practice every day. If I miss 1 or 2 days, it's fine. But if I don't practice for 3 or 4 days, like I can already start to feel the effects, you know? It's like, oh, like my one of my friends from Taiwan will call me and I'll talk to them in Chinese, but it takes me just like an extra minute or two to switch my brain to Chinese if I go a few days without studying, you know? Have you run into that issue when studying English?
well, not really because I have been like studying in English like since my childhood. So right now I don't really face that.
I envy you.
So I just wanted to ask this, like, do you learn Chinese just for fun or like do you have a specific goal?
The answer is yes. And I know that's
Okay.
confusing, right? When you say an A or B question, you can't just say yes to that, but it's kind of a joke. But I do learn it for fun. Learning
Hmm.
languages is my passion. I love to do it. But I also have many friends in Taiwan still since I lived there for 2 years. And I
Oh,
like to be
great.
able to talk to them. Most of them speak really great English, but I just like to be able to do that. You know, even though I'm a native English speaker, English is an international language. If I live in a different country, I want to learn that language. I feel like that's the respectful thing to do, in my opinion.
Hmm. That's great.
How do you feel about that? I noticed in a lot of, I know I mentioned to you the very first time we chatted, my friend Fahad from Pakistan and I, we watch a lot of Bollywood movies, and there's a lot of English in those.
Hmm. There is.
So what's the reason for that? Why do so many people from like India and Pakistan speak English, but why when they speak like Hindi or Urdu, they just like include a lot of English words, and I've always wondered why.
Well, I guess that is because many of the people over here knows English. That is true. Like, we try to learn English. Most
Yeah.
of the people have here, like, we have to learn English because,
Hmm.
of course, English is such a worldwide language. You can go anywhere in the world and you can communicate with anyone. Like, yes, English is I think, the most widest known language. It probably is not the first language, but many knows
Yeah.
it, like the second or the third language. So that is why English is very
Mm.
popular here. Even
Mm.
though no one's first language is English, but people still know a lot of English. And it
Mm.
happens like when I'm speaking in Bengali, as it is my mother tongue. So I
Mm.
use sometimes English words because when
Yeah.
you know another language, you just use those words there. It happens.
Mm. Yeah, that makes sense too. And the dynamics of each language is different. So sometimes I understand if you want to use maybe and saying something in English might be easier than Bengali and maybe certain sentences or patterns. So you'll just
Right.
switch to English because it's easier and vice versa as well.
Yeah. So you said Bollywood movies. Which Bollywood movie have you seen recently?
Is it MMM? I think that's the last one I saw. Is it MMM?
MMM. Okay, I don't know. Probably yes, there is one movie.
It's like three letters. I think it's MMM, and it's about maybe this doesn't help, but it's about there's two guys that meet. And they become really close friends, and one guy works for like the resistance, and one guy works for like the British Empire. This is like
Hmm.
takes place in the 1800s, I
Wait, is
think.
it RRR?
Ar- ar-
I guess it's RRR. Right.
I knew it was
I
three
was
letters. Yeah, sorry.
right. I was
Yeah.
thinking like which Bollywood movie's name is MMM?
Well, maybe there'll be one in the future.
Yeah, right. So yeah, do you like understand? Do you watch them in Hindi or in English?
I'm sorry.
Do you watch the Bollywood movies in Hindi or in English?
We watch them in Hindi. We just use English subtitles. Now, Fahad doesn't need the subtitles, but I do. So, and
Hmm.
I noticed that they speak a lot of English in those movies, especially in the ones that have like British soldiers, and there's a lot of English in
Yeah.
them. And I'm like, wow.
Right. So, do you like understand Hindi nowadays as you watch Bollywood movies?
Can I say G?
Okay.
Like G and 2K and a couple words here and there, but not a lot. It would be cool to learn one day, though. It's an
Yeah.
awesome sounding language, and I think the dances in those movies are so awesome.
Right. The music is too good.
Yep, yep. India's like the master of making those movies. I don't No other country that I know of can make movies that can incorporate elements of a musical, drama, comedy, and just make it work so well.
Right. Right. Yeah.
How
It
about
just
you?
fits. Yes, of course. Like I don't really watch movies a lot nowadays, but still I love when
Mm,
I just watch it, it's just so refreshing. Like you are
yeah.
not always in the mood of tension. You get the music sometimes, it's just a well balanced movie. I like that thing.
It's always well balanced and it's always
Mm.
colorful. The stories are great, the acting is great, and they're just so much fun to watch. And even though they're really long, every time my friend and I, we like Fahad and I, we would invite one of our friends who have never seen these kinds of movies before to watch, and almost every
Mm.
time they're just like, "Oh my gosh, where have these movies been my whole life?" They just fall in love with the movies because they're just so great. They're addicting, you know.
That's great. I just wanted to tell you something like the previous videos I uploaded them on YouTube, and
Hmm,
my subscribers like they like the conversations a lot. Like they
great.
actually found your accent very great. I mean, easy to understand, and they told me that please do another conversation with him, please. So I just wanted to inform you this. They're loving it.
Well, thanks for telling me, and I'm glad that your subscribers can understand. As an English teacher, I feel like it would be bad if I just spoke really fast and all over the place. So I like to
Right,
speak in a clear accent. If I were to learn like Bengali or Hindi, I would hope that my teachers would do the same for me.
right, right.
But that's great. So tell me about your YouTube channel. I don't want to ask if it's successful. That's not the right thing. Like, do you have a lot of followers? Do you post on there every week? How is it?
Well, I have 210K followers right now.
Wow, congrats.
So yes, I actually love doing them a lot. It has turned into
Hmm.
my hobbies. I have been posting English videos for about a year now, and my subscribers are loving it. And the thing that keeps me going are their comments, their love, and everything. I just,
Course.
when I come back from school, I read the comments, and I just absolutely love them. So, and I don't
Mm,
actually waste my time making these videos. I study in the
yeah.
study time, and when I have free time, I utilize it by making these videos, especially on Sundays.
Okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. You get a sense of satisfaction when you know that you're helping other people, whether it's
Right.
through physical means like providing like clothing or food, but also just like teaching them something like English or teaching them anything. That's being a teacher. That is such a sense of satisfaction. And think about this question: where would the world be without teachers?
Right, absolutely. That is what I think. I have learned something. Why won't I like teach it to someone else? I can like pass the knowledge from me to someone else, and I
Hmm.
just love this thing, teaching.
Yeah, we call that paying it forward, as I'm sure you know.
Right. Yeah.
No, that's wonderful that you do that, to pay it forward. You take what we learn, we give it to other people, and then hopefully they do the same. And it's just a beautiful thing that happens. And I love to teach English. I, I don't think I can teach you anything. I think I taught you one word the first time we spoke.
Yes. I don't remember, but yes, I do remember that you taught me a word.
That's the important thing. I just taught you
Yes.
something. It doesn't matter if we forgot it because I forgot to. I think it was about cider mills. That's right,
Yes,
cider
right,
mills.
right, right. I remember.
That's actually relevant because here I think it's the same where you live. Today is actually the last day of summer. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Well, at least in America, it is December. Wow, where did time go? September 21st. It's the last day of fall officially. Wow, I can't speak today. Today is the last day of summer. Tomorrow is the first day of fall officially.
So fall is your favorite season, right?
Yes, if I sound confused, it's because I am. Because I like all seasons. So when summer's here, I love summer. When fall's here, I love fall. When winter's here, I love winter.
Mhm.
If I had to pick one, I guess I would pick fall.
Right. I would also pick fall because it's not too hot, not too cold, the perfect weather for like when it's summer. I would not say that I love summer because you can eat ice cream and everything. But
Right.
in summer, the thing is that it's so suffocating, so humid over here, especially
Mm.
where I live. It's just too hot, and I can't go to school and everything. Yeah, it feels really bad.
Really? So does the temperature also climb up to around 50 degrees during the summer where you live?
Well, I don't think so. It climbs up to that much, but in southern part of India, I live in the northern part. Like over
Mm.
here only, it is this much, and in the southern part, if you go there, oh my God, I don't know how people exist there. I literally don't know. It's too hot.
Yeah, I don't know either. Some of my students in Saudi Arabia, they tell me the temperature climbs up to almost 50 degrees, and I think like that should be illegal. Like that should be against the
Yes.
law. Like I don't know how that works. Like I when I lived in Taiwan, it would get to 36, 37 degrees, and I thought that was unreasonable. I can't imagine 50.
Right, 50 is too much. And yeah, I love winters. I guess I
Mm.
can like wearing sweaters and all those are too good. And then, sleeping inside the blanket is also just so good. Like after the long day, feeling cold, then you can finally put your blanket on. That is the best thing. I guess I like fall best too.
Yeah, fall is great. I really hope that you get a chance to come to America in the fall because I think you would love
Right.
it. You get to experience cider mills, get to see all the colored leaves. If you're able to, I recommend trying to eat cinnamon donuts. Can you get
Hmm.
cinnamon donuts in India?
No, we don't.
Okay. That's one of the things that we get at cider mills here. We get cinnamon donuts or just any donuts. You can get plain donuts, like with no flavor, and apple cider. Those that's like the pastime meal snack of the fall season here. It's really good.
That's so great that you guys like celebrate fall, because over here we don't really have that much of celebration. But I really love.
Mm,
I don't know. I know about it because I have heard about it probably from somewhere. But
yeah.
over there, actually, you guys celebrate the fall, and that is
Mhm.
absolutely great.
We do. I think we have a holiday for every season. We have Halloween and Thanksgiving in the fall. We have Christmas and New Year's in the winter. In the spring, we have Easter. And in the summer, we have our Independence Day, 4th of July, as we call it.
Mm, right. So, which one is your favorite?
Ooh. Honestly, probably Christmas. That's like our biggest holiday. It's exciting. The Christmas trees, the Christmas decorations, seeing them everywhere. It's just the spirit of the atmosphere. It's wonderful.
Okay, like most of the time, do you guys get a long holiday, right, during the Christmas?
Well, if we're talking about like kids in school, yes. If
Yes.
we're talking about working adults, we'll definitely get Christmas Day off. If we're lucky, we'll get 2 or 3 days off in addition. So it depends on where you work.
Right, right, I get it.
What's the
Yeah, I
big
guess
holiday in
we're
India?
here there are a lot of holidays, like there is Holi, there is Diwali, there is Eid. There are so many things, like for everything you get a holiday. It's just great. And yes, in Bengal, in West Bengal, like the state where I live in, the most important holiday is Durga Puja, and it is basically this October. So I'm quite excited about that. It's a great festival.
Well, if you upload a video on it on YouTube talking about it, I would love to see it.
Yes, of course, I would try to.
All right, Adrija, it was so good to see you again. Have a
Yeah.
nice day.
Bye.
You're awesome. Bye.